Hey guys, so today I'm going to try and teach you to do Pogos and Speedshots. Now, these are really useful for stuff like you just saw there, where your team's been too lazy to put up a teleport and you want to get to the front quickly. Or like in this clip here, you can use them to set up some pretty cool kind of, market gardener kills, or just do really fun jumps during maps. So, what we're going to cover today is Pogos, first up, then we're going to move on to Speed Shots, until finally we're going to talk about how they can lead on to doing ramp slides, which are just crazy fun. Now, a lot of these jumps are kind of instinct, so they can be quite hard to teach, but I'm going to give you as many example clips as I can and provide as many tips as possible as to, how you guys can try and learn these and end up trying to do jumps like I showed you in this introduction here and the ones later in the video. So we'll start off here talking about the pogo jump. Now, essentially what a pogo jump is shooting a rocket at your feet while holding crouch and moving forward, which is preventing you from touching the ground and hence losing your forward momentum. You can use this to chain multiple jumps together and basically keep your momentum from jump to jump without losing your speed, which happens when you touch the ground. Now, you can basically chain this together for as many rockets as you have, as long as you know where to aim that rocket. Now, initiating a pogo in a jump map scenario is very simple. You walk off a ledge while holding crouch and just shoot rockets at your feet while moving forward. And if you shoot a rocket further behind you, you'll go further forward. But the thing is, this kind of jump map scenario isn't exactly practical in a game. What you want to do in a game is shoot a rocket to get lots of forward momentum and as lower altitude as you can. So you want to be as close to the ground as possible, because this means when you shoot the rocket at the ground to do the pogo, it'll be even more effective. Like you've seen in this clip here, I shoot off the wall to get lots of forward momentum and also maintaining quite a low altitude, so that when I shoot that rocket at my feet, I go as far as possible. Finding where to aim is probably the most complex part of a pogo jump. So you'll see when I'm moving very slow, I kind of aim my rockets almost directly beneath me. However, as I get more and more momentum forward, depending on the speed of my jump, I need to begin to aim further and further in front of me to account for the time that it's going to take the rocket to hit the ground and where I will be when that happens. Now, as you can see in this clip here, I have quite a bit of forward momentum. As a result, I am aiming in front of me, not directly down, and that results in a perfect pogo jump, which then leads me onto that ramp slide there. The more speed you get during a pogo jump, the further in front of you you're going to have to aim. I can't give you an exact rule for this. It's kind of something you're just going to have to go into a jump map, preferably have regen on, and kind of figure out for yourself where the best place to aim is. A final tip I'll leave you with is after each pogo, flick your aim upwards, because this seems to give a little extra speed boost to your character model. So as a quick review of what we've done with pogos so far, you want to hold crouch, begin with a low, fast jump, change your aim to adjust for the speed that you're traveling at, and then after each jump, flick your aim up to get a little extra speed boost. Speed shots hold a lot of similarities with pogos, however they're a bit more complicated and provide a lot more speed if you pull them off correctly. The key difference is that you actually let your character model touch the ground before the rocket propels him forward. You're really only letting your model touch the ground for a fraction of a second, so you still will need to shoot your rocket before you hit the ground. However, the fact that you do let your model touch the ground as opposed to a pogo means that you get a lot more forward momentum from the rocket than you do using the previous technique. Similarly to with pogo jumps, you're going to need to adjust the position of where you fire your rocket just before you hit the ground in accordance with the speed that you're traveling at, because there is still a fraction of a second before it will hit the ground. But most of all, I just really encourage you to get out there and try giving these jumps a go for yourself and combining it with pogos, and you will get some insane amounts of speed. Now that we've covered pogos and speed shots, we're going to look at ramp slides, which is actually an extremely simple part of the tutorial. Now what a ramp slide is, as you can see here, it's where I basically am in full contact with an upward sloping surface, but instead of stopping, I'm actually sliding up the ramp like that without losing any of my forward momentum. Now, the reason that this is an extremely easy aspect of the tutorial is, while a lot of people think there's some kind of weird trick to sliding up ramps, it is 95% just about the speed that you're traveling at, and the final 5% is just the angle you meet the ramp. If you are traveling with enough speed, you will be able to slide up the ramp. You really gain all this speed just through combining previous speed shots and pogos, which we've been talking about earlier. So by refining them, you'll be able to slide up almost any ramp surface. Now, the angle you meet the ramp at is fractionally important. So what you basically need to do is try and meet the ramp from the lowest angle possible. However, the more speed you have, the more ridiculous an angle you can meet the ramp from and still have the ability to slide up it. As you see there, I have an incredible amount of speed and I just have absolutely no friction going up the ramp. So I really encourage you guys to just get out there and practice some of these jumps. It was while I was fiddling around with Pogos and speed shots that I actually got this clip here on Sawmill. So with a little bit of practice, you guys shouldn't have any trouble being able to do the same. I'm going to leave you now with a clip of some of the most impressive pogoing and ramp sliding I've seen on this channel, and that was the winner of the Upwards Challenge a few weeks ago. Enjoy.